What if the person walking you to safety is the one delivering you to danger? That question gnaws at me. I can still feel the ticket, thin and creased in my hand, the print already fading as if it wanted to disappear before I could use it. By now, I should have been hours away, pressed against a cold window, the highway unraveling beneath me. But I never left. I'm still here, caught between the idea of freedom and the weight of something I can't name. Marcus was the one who gave me the ticket. He called himself a friend, though I don't remember choosing him as one. He found me in that diner, slid it across the table like a secret deal. "It's yours," he told me, his voice low, calm, almost kind. "Don't waste it." The bus station was nearly empty. Hard metal benches pressed through my jeans, and the hum of the vending machines filled the silence, steady and inhuman. Marcus sat next to me, too still, like he was holding his breath. His eyes wandered to a dead payphone in the corner, staring at it longer than anyone stares at a broken thing. I tried to picture the road ahead, new streets, quiet nights, a chance to breathe without fear. But his silence grew heavier than my own thoughts, pressing down until I couldn't ignore it. I wanted to believe he wanted me free. Now I'm not so sure. What would you do if the bed you made for someone was still warm, but they were gone? Leah woke to silence. Her sister's side of the room was stripped bare, the blanket pulled tight, the pillow sunken, but the jacket that never left her shoulders was missing. It wasn't like her to leave before dawn. Leah pressed her hand against the sheets. They were still warm. Whoever took her, it had just happened. At the kitchen table, a mug sat half full, steam barely clinging to the air. Their mother hadn't touched it, her hands shaking too badly to lift it. She kept whispering. She wouldn't leave me, not without saying something. By noon, whispers reached the small-town post office. Marta, the clerk who saw everything, swore she never checked a girl with that jacket through her gate. "I watch every face," Marta insisted, voice tight. "She never crossed mine." But when neighbors asked Jonas, her ride, he swore otherwise. "I dropped her myself. She boarded. She was fine." His certainty was too smooth, too polished, like he'd rehearsed it. The contradiction cut like glass. If both stories couldn't be true, then one of them was already lying. And the lie would cost more than a missing girl. What if the one thing meant to save you is found in the wrong hands? Officer Cole didn't go looking for evidence. It landed in his lap. A routine traffic stop. Jonas pulled over, too calm for a man who just helped someone leave town. When Cole asked for registration, a slip of paper fell from the visor, fluttering onto the seat like it wanted to be seen. The bus ticket, creased, folded twice, but untouched by the rain that had poured all night. It wasn't in Jane's backpack. It wasn't with her clothes. It wasn't torn at the station gate. It was here, inside the pocket of the man who swore he left her safe. "Why do you have this?" Cole asked. Jonas's answer came too quickly. She panicked, gave it back, told me not to tell her family. His tone was flat, like a student repeating lines he'd memorized. But the ticket told another story. The ink was smudged, not by rain, but by a fingerprint pressed too hard. A fingerprint that wasn't hers. Cole didn't say it out loud, but he knew. This ticket wasn't proof of her leaving. It was proof she never got the chance. What if the last person she trusted was bargaining her life away? Caleb never meant to get involved. He was just the one Jane used to call when the nights got too heavy, when she couldn't sleep through the pounding of her own thoughts. He remembered her voice clear as glass. "Jonas is the only one who can get me out." But one night, weeks before she vanished, Caleb overheard something strange at the auto shop. Jonas in the back office, speaking low into his phone. The words stuck like splinters. "She's yours after midnight. Just have the cash." At first Caleb thought he misheard. But the phone's glow lit Jonas's face, and the look wasn't one of a friend. It was calculation. That same night, a message was traced to Jonas's number. No name, just numbers. A text that read, "She'll be ready." The man on the other end wasn't unknown. The number belonged to someone Cole already had in his files. A man whose history of violence never made the news, but was whispered about in church pews and grocery store aisles. And suddenly, Jonas wasn't just the friend who drove her to safety. He was the hand that opened the door and sold her through it. What if the only witness left can't stop twisting his own story? Jonas sat in the interview room, hands folded too neatly. He spoke like a man describing a movie he half-watched. "I dropped her at the lot behind the hardware store," he said. "She was calm. She even thanked me." His voice stayed steady, like he was clinging to a script. But then the cracks opened. She waved before she walked off. I think she smiled. Or maybe... His eyes darted to the corner, away from the recorder. Maybe she screamed. It's hard to tell now. The headlights were too bright. Cole leaned forward. Which one was it, Jonas? Did she smile? Or did she scream? Jonas's throat tightened. Both. I swear I heard both. Fragments tumbled from him. Jane running toward the bus stop. Jane turning back. Jane's voice muffled as if underwater. Every version canceled the last, leaving nothing solid. What he didn't say spoke louder. The moment he stopped describing her and started describing himself. "The air smelled like gasoline," he whispered. "I couldn't breathe. I wanted to leave. But the second car was already there. The second car. The one nobody else had mentioned." Jonas's memory wasn't failing. It was hiding. What if the truth wasn't in what he said, but in what he couldn't destroy? Cole spread the evidence on the table, piece by piece, letting silence do the work. Security footage first. The grainy camera at the station's edge. Jonas's truck pulls in. Headlights flare, then idle. Minutes pass. Jane steps out, clutching her bag. She hesitates, looks toward the station entrance, but never goes inside. Then, a second car slides into frame. A door opens. Jane is caught mid-step. The footage freezes. That's where the recording ends, cut short, as if someone wanted it gone. Next, the ticket. Not torn, not stamped, not even creased from a gate scanner. It wasn't in her belongings, not tucked in her jacket. It was hidden in Jonas's glove compartment, folded beside receipts from a gas station 20 miles away, the exact place the second car was registered. Cole lifted the slip of paper between gloved fingers. This was her way out. Instead, it proves she never left. The ink on the ticket was smeared, not by her, but by Jonas's fingerprint, pressed deep into the paper. Forensics confirmed it. Every story Jonas told unraveled in that one piece of evidence. He hadn't lost track of Jane. He hadn't left her safe. He carried the proof of her silence in his own pocket. The bus ticket should have been freedom. Instead, it was his signature on her betrayal. What if the person you trusted most was the one who handed you over? Jane's bag was found days later, tucked into the corner of Jonas's garage beneath an old tarp. Inside were the things she carried everywhere. A notebook with folded pages, a comb missing teeth, and the bus ticket that should have taken her away. Her mother held the slip of paper like it was glass. She didn't cry at first. She just stared, whispering. She kept it safe. She believed it would save her. But the truth pressed heavier than the silence. That ticket was never scanned, never torn, never used. It wasn't a promise of freedom. It was the proof of a door that never opened. Leah's voice carried through the empty kitchen that night, steady but breaking. He called himself her friend, her only friend, and he sold her to the man who ended her. The room stayed still after she spoke, like the walls themselves knew the weight of betrayal. Some stories don't end with answers. They end with questions that keep you awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering how trust can be twisted into a weapon. And Jane's story is one of them. Subscribe to the Veil of Secret for more stories that reveal what hides behind the people we think we know.